I will be fixing my nails while we do this live. I love the smell of pumpkin. It's like one of my favorites. I'm breaking out. I need water. Anyways, these are the nails that I have to put back on. It's the thumb. Yeah, I can see it. Let's see. Can y'all see it? Y'all can see it. There we go. I have to put those back on. But child, life is life, and I'll tell you that. I hope a black girl hears this. You need an apartment. I am on the hunt for an apartment. Oh, these are the next set of nails. I'm not putting these on now. I just need the file out of here to put the other ones back on. But what brand is this? Nail Reformation. Really good brand. I recently just started wearing these nails. They're kind of fun. I'm loving it. I wish that, the glue was better, but at the same time, if the glue is better, that would be worse. But your girl needs an apartment. Looking for an apartment in New York is so hard. I hope a black girl hears this. Like, it's not easy. Even if you have all the money, you deal with such scamming ass people. It's like, oh my goodness. Like, what's the point? What is the point? I'm tired. I just really need an apartment so bad. I cannot live with my parent. I just can't do it. It's not fun. It's not great. But I'm never really home, so that helps. But I understand what it's like to feel like you're going backwards. I'm 28, and I had an apartment with my best friend. Then I took on a new career and didn't want to live upstate anymore. You get what I'm saying? Didn't want to live upstate. Upstate New York is trash, to be honest. Well, for me. Let me say for me. Maybe it's somebody else's preference, but it is not for me. Upstate New York is just not for me. It's not my thing. So basically, I had to give up my apartment, which wasn't easy, and it wasn't fun either. I don't feel whole after making that decision for myself. I just don't. I don't feel whole. I don't feel safe. I don't feel sane either. That's the worst part. That is the worst part of it all. I feel like having an apartment, you just feel like you have everything you need. Like after a terrible day of work, going back to your apartment, it feels so good. Like today, oh my God, I had to deal with the most unruly customer, but I dealt with it properly. Okay. But I do understand what it's like to go through life and see that a lot of people have good situations with their family where they can just, live with family. They can stay there. I don't fortunately have that. I think that's as straight as they're going to get. That's as straight as they're going to get. Okay, with that one. I don't have that, but does that mean you're less than of a person? No, it just means you don't have that and you got to figure it out on your own. Hi, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I talk about controversial things. I hope you do stay. If you don't stay, remember to subscribe. I hope you're all doing well on this very, very snowy New York week, I guess. But I hope a black girl hears this. You need an apartment. You need your own space. And I prefer an apartment over a home. But here's the thing. A lot of people get into U-Haul relationships. That's what we call them. And basically, it's a situation where you have gotten into a relationship just for the sake of having a place to stay, which a lot of people do. A lot of people do that. I'm not for it. I just can't do it. I give people props who do U-Haul relationships. I give you props because I cannot do it. I cannot be with you just because you decided that you wanted to do what you got to do down there to be with someone. I cannot do that. That is just not for me. It's not my cup of tea. I don't really like it. It's not favorable. So this is how they go on. I got a little glue on the edges. On the edges. But what else is going on besides me looking for an apartment? I am traveling more. I love to travel. I love that I have that opportunity. Is it easy? No. But it's an opportunity I have, and I've just been taking advantage of it. But with that being said, I've learned that a lot of people don't like to travel alone. I think that it should be normalized to travel alone more. Not too many people like to travel alone. And I get it, it's expensive. Traveling alone can be anxiety inducing. If something happens, it's just you. Literally, it's just you. You're the only person that can figure a way out of something. So it is hard. It is hard being alone and being a Black girl in today's world. Literally, I think one thing that I was thinking about today is I hate bystanders. I was at my job and somebody was being unruly towards me in front of a group of people, and literally everybody just stood there and stared. You know what I mean? They stood there and stared, and I was like, what in the world is going on? Like, what's going on? Like, y'all just gonna stand there? And for me, it's like it feels so dangerous living in this world and being a Black girl, because like a lot of people just don't want to protect you. A lot of people don't want to say anything. And it's like I already have enough of that going on in my own family right now. It's so bad that when I go out in public and these things happen, I'm just like, what in the heck is going on? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, what is going on, you guys? Like, why can't y'all, like, you see somebody harassing me, y'all just gonna stand there and look instead of at least looking away? Like, shoot. So there's that as well. Like, I feel like at this point in our country, it's so racist and so bad that it is dangerous just for you to walk outside as a Black girl. Like, I feel that. I completely feel that. And I understand why a lot of people are deciding that, they're going to go ahead and be Republican because they're scared of what's going on in a lot of the racism. Now, Nicki Minaj, like I said, I would keep talking about that. That's such a strange thing for her to all of a sudden want to be a Republican. Meanwhile, they don't even like her. But hey, to each their own. Do what you got to do to save your, what is it, her cousin or something wants to be saved, wants to stay here. A lot of people are actually trying to get the fuck out of here, just saying. But yeah, I find it pretty pathetic that at this point we're going so far back in history. It feels so strange. And don't let people tell you that you need to get up out of this country. You don't need to do any of that. Do what you want to do. Stay where you want to stay. No one can tell you to leave. And no one can tell you to leave a country that's not even theirs. Like, I feel like I've done so much work to, hi, I hope you're all doing well. I've done so much work to decolonize my brain. I feel like a lot of people want to put me back into that mindset just because I've worked so hard and doing so many things, but she ain't helping nobody in Nigeria, you weirdo. Hold on, let me fix some things. Let's see. Let me see. I'm just fixing some things. Okay. Nicki Minaj ain't helping nobody in Nigeria. She is doing some weird stuff. I don't know what's going on. I feel like, thank you, period. I just feel like people are really scared. When people get scared, they start doing stupid shit. Let's be honest, when they get scared, they start doing stupid shit, and I'm not here for it. I'm also not religious. I'm not into seeking religion when there's a problem in your life. I've noticed people who are very religious are like the nastiest people. They are so nasty. They are so evil. They use it to excuse the abuse that they have towards people and that's going on in their life, and I'm not okay with that at all. And then to be the most religious people, mind you, that be sitting up here wanting to talk about everything that they're so holy. Meanwhile, they drinking, smoking, eating bacon, whatever you want to call it, doing everything under the sun. You know what I mean? But yeah, so that's what I have to say about politics right now. I'm not a fan of politics right now. I feel like the US has come to such a crumble. It's been a really rough time with having, Trump as president. It's been terrible, specifically for Black women. It's been uneventful as well. It's been sad, It's like not great. It's not great. And I feel like there's a line too. People can be religious and have their own religion and respect it and do what they want to do. But then it's also like you have people that want to, how do I put this? Want to force other people to believe in what you believe in, which is not right. that's not how you go about life. You can't force somebody to believe what you believe just because you think that you're better or you're righteous. Like, it's insane. That's why I'm not a fan of religion anymore, and it makes it hard to date, not gonna lie. You know, I hope a Black girl hears this. Dating gets very complicated just because you're not religious. If you're not religious, there's no manipulation tie that you have. You know what I mean? There's no manipulation that you can, bond over. It's not easy. And I want to say too, being a Black girl creating this content is even hard. Like, I'm not a Nepo baby. I'm not from wealth. I'm not like coming to you trying to, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to do anything to convince you that I am a different person than who I am. I just come forward being honest. If something's going on in my life, I'm like, hey, yo, this is going on. Like, this is crazy. Da da da. I'm taking on a new me this year, which is going to be feeling whole and feeling complete by myself. And also another thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to, sorry, y'all, I just got to keep banning people in the comments. It's annoying, but I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep, I would say, traveling. I want to keep traveling. I want to keep having a good old time. I want to keep, loving what I like to do. It's interesting to me because it's, once again, I say it's not easy to get on here on YouTube and have so many people like just be super hateful and nasty. I'm adding, moderators every single day, but there's just so many people. There's so many people. There's a lot of people who just come on here and they look up the hashtag and they try to find ways to hate people, but let's not focus on that. So if you see me like deleting comments and like censoring people, it is what it is. I need to go live because this is personally what I love to do. I love to go live. I love to have conversations. I love to have deep conversations. Another thing that I'm going to be doing this year, besides traveling and being whole and getting a fucking apartment, we're on our way. We're on our way. We're on our way. We're on our way. That's all I have to say. We are on our way. Is that I want to get a new camera. That's been my biggest thing. I hope a Black girl hears this. I want to get a vlogging camera specifically. Those cameras are very expensive because they're small. They're tiny, but I do want one because I love going around and doing things. I have a mic now, which I'm very happy. I just invested in myself and got a mic. It is very hard to find things because I don't have the Apple experience, because once you go Apple, you have to buy everything Apple, and it's just not, it's not easy. Thank you. I got it so long ago. I love this color too. Oh my gosh, green is one of my favorite colors, but specifically like this olivey light green. I like a good pastel green too. Sorry, no, who cares if we're on topic, girl? This is a good conversation because I love green. It's like one of my favorite colors and my bestie's favorite color, so it's something I love, and it reminds me of nature. It reminds me so much of nature. Like, I truly love just being out in the open. And speaking of, somebody said in my comments talking about exfoliate or whatever. I think that's a good topic to talk about because I don't wear makeup. I don't wear makeup, you guys. Like, you're not gonna see, if I have acne right now, you're gonna see it. It is what it is. I'm not fake. I don't hide who I am, and I don't really call these blemishes at all. They're just blemishes just because someone said they're blemished. Like, this is so stupid. You got people literally caking their face up. For what? For what? Sorry, I just be deleting comments. But yeah, that's just stuff I hope a Black girl hears. Like, working on yourself. There's the more you grow, the bigger the bullies get. That's what I've learned, even in my family. The more I grow, the bigger the bullies get. And it's unfortunate that I have bullies in my family and online, but am I going to stop making content? No. It's just not going to happen. Like, I found somewhere where I have peace and things that I love and people that I love and people that I love to even protect. Like, I have no shame in it, and I don't ever see myself walking away from it either. I don't even care if I have like 5 subscribers. Like, I could care less. Like, I love those 5 subscribers. You know what I mean? Like, I remember names. I remember people. I don't choose to just, want to be having all these subscribers for no reason that don't really like me. Like, there's a lot of subscribers that are literally on this live that don't like me, and which is weird. There's people that subscribe to me that don't like me. But, Sorry, I'm like watching some of the comments. But, it's just something that's a part of life. The bigger you get, the bigger the bullies get. And that doesn't mean stop going. Something I've been interested in doing is maybe getting my pilot license. I don't know. I've just been in aviation for a minute and I'm like, I could be a pilot. I'm not sure about it because I do have college debt and I don't want any more debt. Like, I'd rather just call bankruptcy at this moment. But I think about it and I was just like, that never was an option in my head for me to do. You know what I mean? That never was a option. Like, I never thought about it. It's something that seems so far and out of reach for many Black people. And I feel like we need to encourage more Black people to actually take on that career, honestly. I really feel like it's something that's, mm, you know, interesting. I feel like it's something that should be talked about. I feel like a lot of people too don't have a job nowadays, and I'm just thankful that I have one. But at the same time, it's definitely a lot. When you have a career, not just a job, it is a lot. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. Um, and I'll say something too. If you're interested in starting a YouTube, it's going to be very hard at first. You are going to be pulling people from all audiences that are not meant for you. And then once you get your audience, I will tell you it is a blessing and it's amazing. I love my small audience that I have, and they are the sweetest people. You have a lot of people who just sit at home on a couch and don't do nothing with their lives, and then they come to channels like mine and they just sit in here and bully. But then through it all, like with all the bullies, you have really good people that are honestly good listeners. I wouldn't even say subscribers, like listeners, and you actually have a good conversation back. So I'm really cool with that. So I do inspire, I hope a Black girl hears this, for you to listen and do something of your own. Like, if you hear me speaking right now, go post something. Go get on YouTube. Like, it don't make sense that we post online all the time and you can't even go make a YouTube. You post stuff for free on Instagram. We do. I'll say we. And you can't get on YouTube. Like, are you serious right now? I'm so tired of seeing people do all this stuff, like, and they can't get on. You better get on YouTube and start making some coin, because it doesn't make any sense that we're not. So many of us beautiful Black women are not making money on YouTube. Well, I am, but I'm just saying, like, get on YouTube. Start early. Start now. I feel like YouTube is something that's not going to disappear. A lot of people want it to, but it's not going to disappear. I'm telling you right now, it's not. I think YouTube is very strong. I want to venture over into Patreon, but my device that I had was not compatible. So maybe the next one is. You're beautiful. Thank you from Cat Section. Thank you. Hey, what's up? I'm trying to have conversations and we got the bullies here. But it's definitely not easy. I feel like the entry level for YouTube has definitely changed. I feel like before you could whip out a camera and have a crappy hi Jerry Johnson. I hope you're doing well. I love anyone who's respectful. Here it is. I love anybody who is respectful. That's why I'll say hi back. You know what I'm talking about? The entry level for YouTube has definitely changed. I feel like I'm still at that entry level. No lie, I do. I feel like I'm still at that level. Who have better drinks than you. Period. Sorry. Let me stop. I love this comment. You guys. Let me not. Let's just leave it up. I'm not. Let me just stop. But I do feel like the entry level has changed. I feel like I'm still at the entrance of it. I don't think I'm at the midway point. I feel like I'm just stuck right now. But with my career change and with my environmental change, as in my housing situation, it frustrates me, because when I had my apartment, when I tell you I could just make content with my eyes closed, it was great. It was. Now I have to do like a couple hour drives back and forth from work, and then my job is a travel job, so it's just been a lot. But I haven't given up on still making content. So the content isn't how I want it. The content isn't in the format that I want it, but I've figured out a way for me to actually get on here and be able to talk. You're not going to be able to sit in front of a camera all the time in whatever you're wearing and talk. If you're in uniform, you can't do it. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in making content in your uniform. I don't believe in it. I don't think it's appropriate. If it's like a ceremonial thing or whatever, fine. You know, if it's a graduation thing, fine. But other than that, I don't think making content in, you know, your work uniform is appropriate, because that is a representation of that company. And that company is not you. Like, it's not you. That is a representation of that company. So that's just how I feel when it comes to that type of content. I know in my career, a lot of people actually do use their career as content, and they have no personality. They're sweet. Let me not say no personality. They're sweet people, but they don't want to use themselves as their content. They want to use the job, because the job is pretty fun. It's cool. It's fascinating. I get it. But I feel like the safest thing for you to do is not to do content in your uniform. Like, I always talk to people about how, you know, where you're at can make people listen to you. If I'm sitting in a house and I got a Benz in my background, you'll listen to me. Not you, I'm saying some of my subscribers, I love y'all, but I'm just saying other people will open up their ears more. They associate luxury with maybe you are right. And that's definitely a problem, and something I've thought about in my head. Like, is this person going to listen to me? I'm not giving them luxury. I'm not selling them a fake dream. I'm not lying to them. Are they going to believe me? Are they? You can literally show someone so many facts, show and tell someone so many experiences, and they won't believe you just because you don't have something that they want. You ever think about that? Like, it's hard making this content. You know what I mean? It is so hard making this content, and it makes me fearful to say the truth a lot of the time. It makes me fearful to be honest. You know what I mean? I feel like some people won't listen. So I start to just say, you know what? Let me just not say it. Let me not say it. Let me not say it. But then what's the point of being a content creator if you're not going to say something just because you want to make people feel comfortable or you want to make people feel sane? That doesn't feel great either. It's not fun. So yeah, I feel like this year has definitely been a rough year. Hold on, let me read the comments. Oh, that was a good one. We're gonna pin that. So this comment says, well, thank you. I appreciate it. It says, I care if smart people think I'm smart. I don't care if dumb people think I'm dumb. That's interesting in a good way. Like, that's something that I should be thinking about. I don't know why I haven't. I feel like I feel like I get frustrated when people try to tell me I'm wrong when I know I'm right. And that's a problem, because you're going to have so many people telling you you're wrong when you're right. Like, I just think about Cat Williams and everything he's been doing lately, and they find him to be the guru. They got him trying to tell the fortune for the next year. He has his little interviews. He's not perfect. He's said some transphobic things. He's said some things against Black women. He's said some things against LGBTQ plus. He said some terrible things, right? I'm pretty sure he has, with jokes. And I think in an interview, clock me if I'm wrong, he actually has said that that was wrong of him to do for comedy. I think, if I'm wrong, let me know if you know the Cat Williams, the interview I'm talking about, where he said that he needed to stop doing that for comedy. Sorry, I just got to be blocking people. But Ember, if you fall 4 times, you can get up 5 times. Period. I love that. But I remember him just saying that he shouldn't have done that. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is what I remember. He said he shouldn't have done that. And I feel like now he's been on a new wave. But you have to remember, everybody needs money. This thing called money that was created to keep us all just pieces of shit. I'm gonna be honest with you, to keep us all pieces of shit in this society. Money was created, and it is a chaotic mess, and I am annoyed, but it is what it is. That's the currency we use. That's what we use to exchange, to get things, to survive, to get food, to get healthcare. Talk about healthcare. Let's talk about healthcare. Not right now. But it's just something that everyone needs. So what are they willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to, be racist for the sake of money at Nicki Minaj? Fuck yeah. That's what she's doing. That's what it is. Do I care for her? No. Do I think when she first started with music, she was great? Yes. Do I think she's fumbling right now? Absolutely. But that does not mean I'm going to pick Cardi B just because Nicki Minaj is over here doing something stupid. They both stupid, equally stupid. And that is okay. But I love what that person just said. I care if smart people think I'm smart. I don't care if dumb people think I'm dumb. It's something that I'm going to start carrying with me because I be getting so frustrated with some people. They be pissing me off and then my blood pressure be rising. And I think that's really important to think about. Like, this person is just dumb. And I think too, you start to realize the older you get, you're gonna come across. Let me get comfortable. My foot fell asleep. You really are gonna start to realize that a lot of people are not as educated as you. And I'm not trying to sound like smart pants, okay? I'm not trying to sound rude. I'm just saying you really start to realize a lot of people are not on the same level as you when it comes to thinking. And I'm not saying we don't think the same things. We could be thinking the same things, but it's the level and depth of what we're saying and what we're thinking. I'm a sporadic person. I am not organized. I'm organized with a lot of my things. But when it comes to the words that are coming out of my mouth, I'm not organized. And I feel like you have to be a very quick person to catch what I'm saying. And for people who catch what I'm saying, good for you, because I be spitting out stuff all the time. And then people put it together. I'm like, yes, how'd you know? Period. Like, you know what I mean? I'm here for it. But I do understand that not a lot of people can catch it. So that's why even as a teacher and educator, I feel like I mesh well with older students because they can catch what I'm saying. I don't really like to baby people. I like to just say it and you do what you got to do, get it done. You know, I don't really baby people, but a lot of people need to be babied even at the age of like 30, 40, 50. At my job, I'm like, yo, it feels like I'm watching toddlers. Basic things that we should know how to do by now is, I was about to say people don't know how to do, but that's not true. I hope a Black girl hears this. They know how to do it. They know how to do it. They just don't want to because they have other people doing it all their lives, or they feel good when other people do it. It creeps me out. It's gross. It's nasty. I would just like to say, you know, if you're an adult, do what you need to do as an adult. Please don't make other people do what you're supposed to be doing. I find it quite disgusting. Let me get this cuticle oil out. Sorry, guys. Oh, it's on the bed. Oh, well. I find it quite disgusting when people don't want to do what they should be doing as adults. And I'm not talking about, you know, with your money or whatever. I'm talking about just being a good human being. Like, and, you know, when it comes to hygiene and everything else. Oh, cuticle oil is good. I'm just saying. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Tracy. I hope you're doing well. I want to say hi to everyone. Like, comment, subscribe. We're just having a chit chat, talking about things that bother me. I just made a recent video talking about how it bothers me that people give women empathy that they know they shouldn't. I use Little John as an example in his situation. Come to find out, the new woman that he's with is a baby mama. First of all, that's crazy. Whole baby mama. Secondly, I know she paying his bills. She paying his bills. I didn't know she was a reality TV star, Muslim reality TV star. I was like, girl, what are you doing with Little John? Like, ew. Like, I'm like, this is desperate. I think it happens when these type of people want to reach another audience. They want more people. They want more people than whatever audiences that they have, and they go and reach for Black people. I've noticed people do that, but you can't reach for a Black woman, because if you try to reach for us, we're going to tear your pockets down. I'll be honest, we will. What's her name? Alondra, the beautiful Black girl from Love Island, who she stomped racism out. Boom, boom, boom. She stomped racism out. I don't even know the girl. I can't even remember the girl name. What, start with a G or something? The girl that was dealing with her. What in the Nia gossip session? Hey, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, we just chit-chatting. No wine today. I'm not having wine till New Year's Eve. Yeah. New Year's Eve. But yes, have a gossip session. Who is this, Mr. Debonair? I'm not saying your name right, but welcome. I hope you've been supporting the channel. I support you. Just be kind and respectful in the comments. It is a Saturday night? Maybe I might start doing lives more on a Saturday night. It's on and popping. Other nights, y'all be so missing. Like, I'll be like, where are y'all at? Like, come on. But no, let's go back to Lil Jon, whatever. So that chick that he's with, let me say woman, because I don't like saying chick. I say chick because I just don't. I can say I don't like her, but at the same time, once again, the wife that he had, I think personally that she knew. Well, yeah, she knew that he was cheating the whole time. I just think about how this person met. Like, just think about it. These like, let's say rich women, how they be around, like they hire these rappers because they can, like they're cheap, they're easy. Like imagine they're like, we're about to have a dinner, go hire Little John, go hire her. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're like, let's go hire Little John. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying, and it's just like, okay. And then all of a sudden, they're with this person that we don't know who they are, but they have a lot of money. And, how Rihanna went over to that part of Asia, got her check and came back. She got her check and came back. Some people get their check and they stay because they are just comfortable there. But I feel like for Rihanna, she was like, let me go save up my money so I could be with my ASAP. So that's what I'm saying. Yes, it's a little hypocritical, but I'm just saying, like, you could tell she said, let me save up my money so I could be with my ASAP. And she came right over. She was with that prince, and then she came right over here. Like, what's up, my real boo? 3 kids, 3 gorgeous black kids. Oh, what a dream. Gorgeous. Rihanna's kids are gorgeous. She takes care of their hair. She loves them. It is cute. It's adorable. You can tell she loves being a mother. It's giving fashion. It's giving icon. Like, I'm okay with it. I am so okay with it. Anyways, back to Lil Jon. But I found the story interesting because I didn't know too much about this woman. I don't even care to say her name. I just know she has a Muslim TV show, and they're giving the Kardashians, but they're not the Kardashians. You know what I mean? Like, it's giving like the Shahs of Sunset. Love them. I think they're Persian. Love their show. I don't know what happened. I love Raja. I loved all of them. They were great. They were such a chaotic family. They were like normal, rich, normal people. It wasn't giving Bling Empire. I love Bling Empire. I love the season with Anna, the crazy Russian Japanese lady. Loved her down. Loved her down. I mean, unfortunately, though, her family was associated with a lot of, like, weapons. That's all I want to say. But she did some things like going all the way to Paris for a day and coming back on a jet. I was like, whoa. Now that's nice. She said, I'm gonna just go to Paris to go shopping, came back. I be doing that, but I'm not on a jet, but I be doing that. I be going to like another country to like go shopping and then I come back because it's just easier for me. I can do that, you guys, so it's just easier for me. But yeah, that's crazy that he's with someone that is from a TV show that don't nobody in the US know. It's not a US. I don't even think they can play it in the US. There's certain things that you can't play here. I don't know why. I don't know if it's certain laws, but there's just certain things that you can't play in the US, and there's certain things that you can't play, like, say, for in Japan. It's interesting. You can't even watch. Let me say watch, actually, not just play. You can't watch housewife shows in Italy. I go back and forth to Italy all the time. I love to shop there. I like going there, and you can't watch the housewives when you're in Italy. I was in Italy and Malta, and I got a VPN. I tried everything to watch Housewives and Disney Plus. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, I could not do it. I was so annoyed that I couldn't watch my shows. But back to Lil Jon. So yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that the girl that was with him, the woman, his ex-wife, she should have known and probably did know that he was cheating the whole time. It's not these people don't just pop up out of random. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it felt that way, but when you really do a deep dive and you really think about it, Lil Jon, I don't think he got that much money, right? He's not that rich. So someone came around and decided that they were going to help him out. And that's just what I see the situation is. And she said, if I'm going to help you, you're going to give me a child. You're going to put me in the limelight. You know what I mean? I'm glad I'm not in Italy. Oh, I have to... Housewife shows, yeah, you can't play none of that over there. You can't play none of that over there. But one thing I do want to say too is that I personally feel it's not right for women to start to have empathy for people that know they disrespect women on a daily. You know what I mean? I feel like there's women that are okay with a man being a man, right? Being disrespectful, doing terrible things, using weapons, being violent, being vulgar. But then when they do it to them, all of a sudden it's just like, okay, cry wolf. Like, what's going on? Like, why are you crying for? You said you love this about him. You just don't like it when it's happening to you. And I don't like females like that. Gotta stay hydrated. I don't like females like that. I find that to be very cringy. I don't think it's right. I've tried to, I've have and still try to stay away from women that are like that because it's quite dangerous to me. I don't think that they have the best interest for you. I don't think they have the best interest for, friends, but to each their own. Some people put up with it. I do not. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. Ashley Darby is fucking weird. She's weird as shit. Ashley Darby is disgusting. I don't like her. This is my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. I think what Ashley Darby did was weird, which I will be making a video about. Ashley Darby is so cringy. For you to sleep with your friend's son, I don't care what age he was, is disgusting and predatory behavior. I think that it's giving perv. I think it's giving pedo. I feel like if you've seen somebody's child grow up, it's like you were just waiting, like, ooh, look at that little boy. I'm waiting till he turns 18. That's how I feel about Ashley. It's disgusting. That's what I feel. That's what I see. That's disgusting. And I feel like her and Michael definitely shared that. They shared that predatory behavior. They shared that commonality of just wanting to be with very, very young people. And I feel like Ashley was young when they met, but then now Ashley grew older and he grew older, and they fell out of it. And they just wanted to add somebody who was younger to the picture all the time. Like, imagine the age. Imagine the age of, yes, I agree. Imagine the age of the women that Ashley had these threesomes with Michael. Just imagine. We don't know, but all I can do is imagine what the age was, what they were looking for. That's all I can do. All I can do is imagine, because it's not giving that they were going to be age appropriate for them, for their age, their grown ass age. It's disgusting. And I think it's cringy that on a show, a network, you are going to continue to keep this person on here being a predatory person like this and give them a thank you so much, I appreciate it, I hope you're doing well. You're going to give them a love show when they act like this. Like, Ashley is such a perv. Like, it's just frustrating. There's one thing to be sexy, there's one thing to be you, but Ashley's a perv. It's creepy and it's cringy, and the network allows it, which really makes me think. Because, if Stacey does anything, if Stacey breathes the wrong way, right? Because they want to sit there and make fun of her breath all the time, which is frustrating. You don't know what she's going through. You don't know if she's eaten today. You don't know if she's even, ate it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what's going on in her stomach. A lot of the things that happen in our mouth are related to our heart and our stomach. So you don't know what's going on. You can even ask her behind the scenes, hey, what's going on? Or tell her, hey, take a breath mint. Like, just be a real friend. There's no need to make storylines out of every insecurity or every situation that's like just fucked up. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the comments so much. I do so much. It's like so weird to me that she's still on the show. I think that, she did her gold digger thing. She did her big one. She got her money from this guy. And it is what it is. Like, I don't understand why we have to still see her storyline. I feel like there's more people in Potomac that we can explore. You know what I mean? I feel like there's way more people in Potomac that we can explore. Why are we still exploring Ashley Darby? And she tried to act like she black. So I want to say this. Ashley Darby is a black woman, but she wasn't acting like a black woman in the beginning of the season. She didn't want to be black. She didn't want to be seen as black. No, she didn't. Now all of a sudden she want to wear all these wigs and have a little stank in her voice. Like, what, Ashley? And allegedly, what I'm hearing is that she don't know what the Black Anthem is. Go sit down. Go sit down. And I feel like Ashley could have been likable if her and Candace did get along. I think that she was probably interested in Candace. That's just my opinion, because Candace is a beautiful girl. I think that she was interested in Candace. She liked the way Candace looked. Candace was not going that way, did not like her. I think also she has jealousy for Candace because Candace has a cushy life. I've never had jealousy for Candace. I've always said I want a cushy life. I don't have it, whatever. Like, you know, I've never had jealousy towards Candace. Candace can be a brat sometimes, absolutely. But is she a bad person? No. Is she stupid? No. Candace is actually very, very smart. She just could not control the words that came out of her mouth. Same as me. I get it. And I feel like Ashley did not like that. You know what I mean? Uh, uh, sorry. I'm just trying to read comments. But basically, I feel like Candace had a situation where it was a man that actually loved her. It was also a situation where her parents were able to support her life and still are. Like, her parents are wealthy, and I feel like Ashley wished she had a wealthy parent. I feel like Ashley wished she had a parent that, you know, was settled into their blackness. I don't really see Mama Darby being settled into her blackness. I don't really see her being settled into her culture. She carries herself as a YT woman. That's just my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. It's from what I've seen on the show. And I feel that Ashley Darby is jealous of Candace and wanted her off the show. For real. Like, it's crazy how all of a sudden Monique and Candace, not Monique and Candace. Well, yes, Monique and Candace were getting into it, right, on the show, season 5. And then when Michael Darby was touching people's butts, right? We want to say alleged. We know what he was doing. Wink, wink. We know what he was doing. Ew. Was touching people's butts. It's like all of a sudden the footage is erased. What happened to the footage? And all of a sudden they have an alliance together. Ashley and Monique. So what do you think happened to the footage? Talking about, oh, well, yeah, they just didn't catch that. It wasn't on that day. Like, come on. There's something that Monique and Ashley are taking to their grave. There's something that they have on each other. And I really want to know. I want it to be revealed in the seasons. I'm going to be honest with you. They got something on each other. Ashley's weird. I didn't like that. But moving on to Wendy. Wendy's mother really makes me think about this whole fraud case a lot more. And I find it interesting. And I hope they talk about it. Because seeing the way Wendy's mother talked about her because of money, really, first of all, it hit home for me. But then secondly, I was like, if Wendy did not have the amount of money that she had and gave you money, would you still call her your daughter? Would you still support her? On top of that, Mama Wendy, her name is Susan. Why? I'm trying to figure out what's going on with her skin and the color. When she first came onto this, and also Wendy is dark-skinned, gorgeous, melanated human being, right? And I'm trying to figure out, why is her mother so light all of a sudden and has these crazy contacts in her eyes? That's what I'm trying to figure out. I couldn't figure it out. I was like, are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? This is Wendy's mother. This is Wendy Oseffo's mother. Susan. Like, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, Parallel Universe. I'm still growing and showing. My hair is actually very, very healthy right now. We'll talk about my hair. I guess that'll be the last thing. But I want to keep going with this Wendy Oseffo thing. I feel like Wendy wanting approval from her mother pushed her to do what she allegedly did. Seeing the way her mother is shows me that she needs to I'm trying to say this nicely because I do like Wendy. I do. Even though I was just like, oh, I can't stand what they did, da da da. Like seeing Wendy and Eddie on TV again, I was just like, oh, like they're so cute. Like I love their family. Like I really feel bad that this is happening right now, honestly. In my opinion, this fraud type of stuff is something that a lot of rich people do. And because they are African American, well, no, they're African. Because they're black, let me just say that they're taking a beating right now. And it's unfortunate because I'm sure that so many celebrities do this. I'm gonna be honest with you. The amount of break-ins that we hear celebrities have, and we don't know nothing, but somehow they got a claim. Child, they all do this. They all do it. They just got caught. But seeing how Wendy seems to want the approval from her mom, you know, last season, giving her money, her allowance. You see that her mother's skin is getting lighter. She's losing so much weight. And it's like, you know, even when she was in the house, the mother was like, look at this. I own this. Da-da-da-da. Look how hard I work to give you this. You know, it's that thing of living through your child is not okay. You are the parent. You are the parent. Wendy is the child. Even if she's 40 now, it doesn't matter. Act like an adult. Act like an adult. It seems like Wendy wants to prove so much to her mother, in my opinion, from what I see on the show. She wants to prove so much to her mother that she could have even decided to do this, to get the house renovated. I feel like in the previous shows, from what I remember, this is my memory, say if I'm wrong, but from what I remember, Wendy's mother would talk bad about the home. Now, Wendy's home is a beautiful home, in my opinion. So that's the crazy part. Like, I love when they show the outside of her home. It looks like a gorgeous traditional home in what is it, Virginia, Maryland, Potomac. It looks like a gorgeous home. It's very peaceful. I feel like homes that are older and have more grounding to them are better homes. I don't think new age stuff have that much grounding to them, honestly. Like, new age stuff looks so ugly. Like, I love homes that just feel homey. You know what I mean? I love a room that feels more than just a room, but a home. I don't like a house that feels like a house. I like a house that feels like a home. That's just me personally. But I feel like she's changed it to look like a hotel in her house. And I don't think personal, like, this is personal. Like, I don't think it was necessary to change your home to look like that. Just for the approval of what? Your mother? Who's not even going to be there? It's the way she took the food and left. You saw that? How she took the food from Wendy and just said, I'm out? She said, and she was eating it too. She was like almost done. That's the crazy part. Miss Susan was almost done. You know what I mean? Yes, I agree with that. A house that feels lived in. You know, I really do think that homes should feel like a home. So that's just my commentary on her house. But watching it is so cringy. I watched it like 3 times already. I'm probably going to watch it again. Watching this episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, I'm like, girl, you know you really committed that. You did it. You know you was frauding out there. And look, I don't think they're going to go to jail. I think that they're going to get a fine. That's just my opinion. I think they're going to get a hefty fine. They're going to leave them alone. I don't think they should go to jail. I think that's dramatic. You see all these housewives go to jail and they get out so quickly for good behavior. Like, it ain't nothing. I don't want Wendy to go to jail. She has, she has 2 children. No, 3. 3 children. 3 beautiful children. She has 2 sons, 1 daughter. And I don't think she should. I don't think she should be in prison. I don't think anyone should be in prison, first of all, with a family for some fraud, for some money. Like, times is really bad right now. And I feel like Wendy wanted the approval from her mother so much. She did something so stupid. But at the same time, I think Eddie is just always there to support her as she is there to support Eddie. And I do love that about them. So that's what made me draw myself back into Eddie and Wendy's relationship a lot more, you know? It really did. It made me feel like, oh my God, like, this is a Bonnie and Clyde situation. I can't be mad at it. They scamming. You know what I mean? It made me feel like that. Like, I should be happy for them. I don't know. I'm not happy for that they got caught, allegedly. But I should be happy for them. Anyways, moving on. One other thing that I do want to mention is that I want to I said an apartment, but also I just want to get my car in my own name. So I hope a black girl hears this. If you have a car, whether it was a gift, whether it was what, like, I don't care. Getting your car in your own name is very important. That's something I'm working towards. So first it's I got my phone, I got everything, I have my bills to myself. Now it's like I have to get an apartment and then the car. I have a used car and oh my gosh. The repairs, the repairs, the repairs. I've been doing them. But I am very fearful that it's going to conk out on me one day. I don't know what's going to happen. And that's irritating me. So that's why I do need to have a home that is closer to my career. But it does irritate me that, having a used car, not having it in my name, it's in my parents' name, so I have to switch that over. But just taking on the responsibility fully and owning everything in your life is something that you need to do. It is nice for people who have amazing family to have, things passed down, generational wealth. Once again, I've said this before, I've learned that I don't have generational wealth and it hurt me so bad. It really did. Like I used to get Uggs for Christmas and had like all these amazing things when I was in high school. And then as soon as my parent just, stopped believing in themselves and doing what they need to do to support themselves, then it just got really bad and hectic for me. And that is when I had to understand that you got to seek independence now. So I do get it. Like, it's different when it's like, it's always been shit all your life. It's like, okay, you're used to it, whatever, you got to fuck out. But when it's like, okay, you had a good cushy life and then all of a sudden it's like ripped off or cut off from you, it's like, what in the world just happened? So I'm trying to avoid that ever happening again. And I'm taking it into my own hands just to have independence. So I hope a black girl hears this. Get your independence sooner than later. That's one thing that I've learned. You have to get your independence. Your independence is just being you, owning you, and having what you have, but having it in your own name. Once again, I commend people for having families where their parents can pay for everything. Their parents are proud to pay for things. Their parents are proud to help them. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I don't. Even if I don't have it, doesn't mean I have to see it as wrong. What I see as wrong is when, hi, I hope you're doing well. What I see as wrong is when someone feels that they are less than because they don't, which I did for a moment in my life. I did. I was just like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? And that's not a good way to think. I understand you're going to feel like you've done things wrong just because things happen in life that you can't control. And that's not a good feeling to have, especially at the age of 28. I'm 28, single. I have a good career, looking for an apartment. That's taken some time, but I'm still working on it and I'm not giving up. One thing you can't do either in life is give up. A lot of people I've learned start to give up, and that's when things get really messy. It gets really messy when you give up. It's not something that I want for people to do just because they feel, just because they feel like no one's listening, just because they're tired. Like, as adults, we are going to get tired. I get tired all the time. I love to be in the sun. I love tanning. I love being at the beach. Can't do that right now. So I have winter depression. I do. Not going to lie. Oh my God, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. It's not easy. It really isn't. Sorry, I just gotta be hiding people. It's not easy feeling like you're late in life. Like, I feel like a lot of people, met in college and met in high school. And like I said, that's what going to my video, feeling complete without somebody and you being complete. It doesn't make me feel good. It feels like I'm so late. Like I focused on school so hardly. I didn't think about meeting anybody. So I got people telling me, oh, this is how I met somebody. I'm like, oh, mm-hmm. I was focused on making that painting at 4 a.m. Like, I wasn't thinking about that crap. You know what I mean? Like, I was not thinking about it at all. So, yeah, I've always felt like I screwed myself over in that way. But I've learned That's not true. It just feels that way because you didn't focus on it. Your focus was school, Nia, and that was a good focus. So if a black girl hears this and you're going to college right now, focus on school. Like, I know as much as I be saying, like, dang, like, that hurt my feelings that I didn't get to have the dating experience in college. Like, no, I did. I just didn't really care. I was so focused on school where my head should have been. And I think that if I dated, and imagine if I got pregnant in college, like, that's not easy. So I hope a black girl hears this. Like, sometimes that even happens. You get pregnant in college and you got to leave school. That sucks. So it is a lot when you're trying to go to school and develop a relationship. I hope a black girl hears this, that you put school first because you're paying for it. Even if you got scholarships or your mom and daddy, whoever's paying for it, is being paid for. So put that first. I want to say something too. I still believe in education. I just don't believe that people should have to pay for it. Make sure my mic is still on. I just don't believe people should have to pay for it. I paid for my education. I got loans, and it's unfortunate because I sat in classrooms with people who did not have my skin color, and I asked them, how'd you pay for this? Like, the loans are going to come out soon, da-da-da. And they're like, oh, what loans? It's like, okay. All right. Ask the next person. So, did you see the statement from financial aid? How'd it go for you? And they're like, I don't know. My dad pays for it. I'm like, oh, okay. You got all these people that can afford to go to school and they paying for it. Like, this predominantly white institution knew that I could not pay for school. And you got me taking loans out. Meanwhile, all these people could pay for me, you, him, her, them. They could pay for at least 10 people heads up in here. And you got the nerve to take loans from me, little old me. So yeah, I think when it comes to paying for school, it's a scam. When it comes to going to school and getting education, I think that's important. I think that's so important. I think education is important. I think learning, I think, having knowledge, I think it helps you with your confidence. It helps you shape your personality. I think that it just helps you be a better person. I think that it helps you get through things, get over things. Education is great. It's just paying for it is a fucking scam. I'm going to be honest with you. No one should have to pay for school. No one. Mm-mm. I don't think anyone should have to pay for school. Like, we get to these institutions and everything is falling apart. Everything is falling apart. Nothing's being taken care of. I just can't stand it. Like, that's my biggest thing. We get to these institutions and they added an espresso machine in the back. With what? My check? With my loans? Great. Thanks. We needed another espresso machine. Like, if I was on the executive board of so many things, child, I tell you, which I was in college, in my community college, and I did some great things. But for the four-year university, like, I feel like they didn't want anybody on executive boards that actually were going to make change, which is like what happens in real life, which is crazy. We need to hydrate more. I've been trying to hydrate. I have to wear a mask at my job. Well, I don't have to, but I wear a mask at my job, and I've been breaking out, as you can see, because the mask are like, they just hide filth. They hide filth. It's not great, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I think winter depression is a real ass thing because I be having it. It's not easy for me to not be in the sun. I don't like the way my skin feels when I'm not in the sun. I don't like the way I feel when I'm not in the sun. Like, vitamin D is key when it comes to being happy in life. And I'm not getting it right now. It's like, I would pay so much to go to another place to get sun. But right now, I'm trying to save for an apartment. So that's just not going to happen. But I do want to give a big shout out to everyone who's been respectful. I want to give a shout out to my moderators. I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for being here for me. I'm going to continue to do all this stuff online that people dislike because I love me and I love protecting Black women. I am pro-Black women and I always will be. I love my people and I just want to have conversations. That's it. They might be triggering because it hurts to hear the truth, but we got to fucking talk about it. Bye, y'all, and have a good night. Thank you, everyone.